I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging on till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious.
Yeah! Never, ever, ever apologize for a victory in the National Football League. 8 wins, 3 losses. That's a big deal. That's what we set out to do, and we did it. It is good to have high expectations. It's good to be annoyed, okay? You apply that. You don't run from it, but hold 8-3, proud of you guys. Your effort, your strain will come back. I promise you I'll be better. I know everyone will be better, so we can keep putting together better performances and have those complete games, not those half games. That's something that you should be proud of. It's hard to do in the National Football League, and we should be equally disappointed with the second half, but that we don't blink at that. Bring that, okay? The hard way is our way, apparently. Yeah.
Family on 3, 1, 2, 3, family.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Dolphins Debrief with DTA. Hope everyone's doing good tonight. So first off, wanted to bring up El Capitan here in color. Go over some things.
What's up, DTA? How's it going, buddy?
Good, man. How are you?
Just doing the office stuff. You already know. Putting things together, cleaning this out. Glad to see you're able to get it all kicking on and everything like that. So now we in there like swimwear, buddy. Everybody hit the like button for DTA coming with a little debut action.
Yeah, man. If everybody can hit the like button, always appreciate it. Always. So if you guys are viewing from any of the other platforms as well, and you're just coming into YouTube, hit that like button for me. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It's always appreciated. So, hey. Victory Monday. I see you down there, Colin. I know you wanted to do your shoey, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna get Colin up here for some shoey action,
Yeah,
for show. Got to get it.
yeah.
I missed him yesterday, man. He didn't come around for the shoey action.
Yeah, I know. I didn't see him yesterday. Definitely got to get him up here. Yeah, man. Overall, again, always a good thing to get a victory. It's always, I think, what we're looking for with the Miami Dolphins. We want them to succeed and go out, and especially when your team, playing a team like the Texans, we expected to see a win. It's one of those things, though, that at least I don't know in your opinion, but for me, it didn't quite go as I thought it would. If that makes sense, we got the win, but there was some concerns.
So I and I said it right before the game too, and I said it going into the game. I said, look, an ideal situation is that, midway through the third quarter, after 2 drives, literally said 2 drives, Tua comes out because we're so far ahead, and so we get to see Skylar Thompson and what he can do. Now, that's exactly what happened, and we would feel great about it, even with 30-15. The problem is how it looked when we reeled back, how much ground they took fighting the way that they did, plus the sustained injury to Teron Armstead. I mean, bittersweet to say the least. And it really starts putting some questions in our head. You know what I'm saying about the future of the franchise and where we're going now. Good news, as the debrief said, and Teron Armstead and that stuff. It's not as serious as it could be. It's not a tear or anything like that, but they're expecting him to miss some time, and that's not good in this week coming up.
Yeah, and so here's the thing: is we're getting kind of the report is coming out from Mike McDaniel, and I did the debrief on this, but you got guys like Barry Jackson and Ian Rappaport who were reporting on it, and basically McDaniel said that you kind of get the same sentiment usually when as we've seen with him before with other injuries with players. But he says he's got confidence in Armstead, and it is not as serious as they thought. They kind of dodged a bullet on that front. Overall, they kind of made it sound like he was looking at in the area of like 2 to 3 weeks. Expecting them to come back after that. But regardless, look at the 3-week stretch. That 3-week stretch that we have coming up. You got the 49ers, you got the Chargers, and you got the Bills all on the road. We knew that Armstead was going to be a key player. And I like what I saw against the Texans, but I think that exposed how vulnerable we are without him. I was hoping to see some more fluidity and cohesion between the O-line, where, like, in my opinion, if you're going to be a great team, you got to be able to adapt. So if your starting left tackle goes out, next man up, okay, but you guys, of course, it may not be as well as if Armstead was in there, but you've got to be able to still protect Tua. You can't be taking 3 sacks on a row on your quarterback. And at some points, I even clipped. I went back and I pulled up the highlights and I clipped certain spots. There was points when every single lineman was getting beat by the defender and the rushers coming in. I mean, it was just the whole thing collapsed and crumbled. And there's no chance
not to cut you off, DT, but even when Armstead was in there, we saw Tua running for his life a couple of times.
Right.
And, it's the Texans. And, I get it. They're pinning their ears back. They're coming. They shut the run down. They made Miami one-dimensional. And Tua, in the first half was dealing with it. But that's not without Tua literally making magic happen at times, straight up running for his life every now and again. And, it's not the type of football we want to live and die by. That's for certain, bro. We want, we like Tua timing, rhythm, just dicing mofos up and taking the heart out of you. What we don't want is the D-line getting pressure like this and, just teeing off onto it. That is not a way. Listen, Tuaneers and Tuasexuals alike, get all upset all you want. But the reality is Tua is not a guy that you want taking abuse. No different than friggin' Drew Brees. You want to make sure that that man is extra protected because let's face facts, he's not a monster. And even the monsters in the NFL get injured. Tua is
Right.
going to be in the simple size and math, he's more injury prone than others. Not that he's injury prone, but he's more injury prone than others. And if you're going to allow guys like that defensive tackle Collins to pretzel him back, thank God. I mean, first of all, Tua straight up going to win every limbo contest with those kind of moves. I mean, he's
Yeah,
going to
did
win
you
them
see
all.
that?
Yeah, bro.
Dude, I
He's
didn't
gonna win.
realize how bad he got folded back. And then I watched, dude, he was back there doing yoga.
Yeah, he straight up and popped right back up and jumped back up and friggin' and was able to clock the ball and was fine. But still, I
Yeah.
mean, like, how many times am I gonna, ask Tua to take a 300-pound limbo contest with all their force behind? Like,
Yeah.
I don't need that in my life. I don't.
And that's
So, it's something to consider, bro.
that's the thing, man, is I don't want to have a heart attack every time. Like, I'm holding my breath anytime something like that happens. But this game, each game I can kind of take away something. I think some people were kind of in the realm of like thinking this was going to be a blowout, which and in some respect it was, right? And I know the questions arise like why we pulled Tua at the point that we did. We should have done more, should have kept your foot on your throttle the entire time, blah, blah, blah. But it's tough to say what they were thinking there. My assumption is for one, you're up 30 points at that point. So look, get this. In the first 6 drives, all those points came in 5 of those first 6 drives. Okay. And that was all done in the first half.
Plus a defensive touchdown, too. You know what I'm
Plus
saying?
a defensive touchdown, all in the
we
first
went
half.
all the way up. We went all the way up. I did a short video recap last night that came out early this morning. Algorithm did me no favors, but I really broke it down pretty nicely. And yeah, you're right. 5 out of 6 possessions the Dolphins scored on, including 3 field goals and 2 touchdowns, plus a defensive touchdown. The Dolphins had their way. The friggin' Texans offense only had like 38 yards in the first half. The defense had their way. So they came out, offensive line now missing Armstead. Shell did not look good at left tackle.
No.
And we started really getting some, exposed with that line that we saw that didn't do Skylar Thompson or Teddy Bridgewater any favors when Tua was out. So begs the question, DTA, and I think you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
We talk about Tua, MVP. We want to see MVP Tua. The fans are on it. The MVP of this football team is going to have to step up and really, carry a little bit extra. I know he's been doing a lot, but with if Armstead is out, and this is a little, patch job line against a defensive line that, will have Bosa on it back-to-back weeks, Bosa. We'll get Bosa 1 and Bosa 2 in back-to-back weeks. We really need to, this is gonna make or break Tua's MVP narrative coming up here these next 3 weeks for sure.
Yeah.
If Armstead's out.
No, I you still there, Cap?
Yeah,
Okay.
I stopped. You go ahead.
Yeah, man. Listen, I'm 100% with you on that. I think that this game is going to be one of those telling games.
DTA, really quick, they're calling for the shoey. You want to let Colin get up here and start bringing some of these to some people. We can bring them in a little bit at a time. You should have control as far as bringing.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead. And drop the link here.
Color's in the back. Why don't Color go ahead and drop the link and pin it.
I'll tell you what. My audio's messed up. Right, my audio just messed up. So I'm gonna come back out.
You want to drop
in real
out
quick.
and come back in? Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So why we're bringing them up, we'll do that, and then I think we'll bring a few people up at a time, and then we'll eventually open up a panel. But I definitely
plenty to peel back on these layers and these onions. Just in the first 15 minutes. I mean, we got
a lot to talk about. Juice. We got a good show. Hey man, real quick, I just want to tell all you guys, I love all you guys. even the ones I don't love, I still love you. Love all you guys. Appreciate all the support, man. You guys are awesome. So always showing up for us. Thank you for coming by, and stay tuned. I'm going to be interacting with people down in the comments too. So I see y'all down there. Carla, I see you down there holding it down. So I'll be right back, guys. And Ali.
Appreciate you,
Oh,
DTA.
Hey, I just want to correct you guys on something.
What's that, Ali?
Back-to-back Bosa brothers. I think Joey Bosa is actually injured because he had surgery, I believe.
I'm pretty sure Joey's going to be back. I think he's coming back this week and will be back in time for the Dolphins game. They're expecting this. There's a high likelihood we're going to see Joey as well.
But the thing is, he's been out the last 6 games, and I believe he had groin surgery. So I don't know if he'll be 100% against us, to be honest. Just being honest. So
I wonder how.
So as I was saying, we appreciate you too, DTA. But what we really appreciate is Ali. You know why? Because Ali is really good at doing the rundown.
Oh yeah, sorry, we got rolled in there, man. Yeah, no, you know what? Ali is the rundown king. Let DTA run that rundown though. You know, he sits atop the mountain right now.
Signing Ali up.
DTA, whenever you're ready.
I just came back in. Yeah, let's go ahead and we can do the rundown again. You want to take the back end, Kohler?
Sure.
Okay, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, so for everybody tuning in tonight, if you're tuning in from any of the other social platforms, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, any of those other things other than YouTube, and you're just stopping by, please be sure to hit the like button for us. It really does help us. It helps the channel grow, and it's so much appreciated around here. Hitting the like button, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. It does so much for us. So if you guys are either new or have not hit the like button yet, or you haven't subscribed, just do that. Be sure to check out Kohler on Tuesdays. We've got Kohler commentary on Tuesdays, and then every Saturday night we've got Saturday Night Exhale or Late Night Exhale with Ali on Saturday nights, and then we've got El Capitan every other day of the week. And we're also adding more shows too. So there's going to be a lot more content coming and more added to the schedule for you guys.
Plus keep a lookout for those DTA debriefs coming at you.
That's right. More Dolphins debriefs. And then if you guys are looking to get anything that's sports, it doesn't have to be just football too. Anything for football, NHL, NFL, NBA, any of that. Any of your officially licensed gear, check out Fanatics. They've got all of your official gear, everything there. Stuff for the kids, stuff for men, stuff for women. So they've even got memorabilia too. So go check them out. Check out the Backroom Collections as well. If you guys are looking to get anything custom made, any type of custom Dolphin stuff or any type of custom sports canvas type of things made, they've even got accessories for those mini helmets, cool stuff like that. If you use code TFTG or hashtag TFTG, I believe it's just TFTG for 10% off. Over there,
it's hashtag TFTG, but I'm pretty sure a homeboy you see TFTG, he gonna know where it's coming from. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, use hashtag TFTG just to be certain.
I can't remember which one I used. And again, we've got also Finn's Tailgate merch. So we've got mugs, we've got sweaters, flip flops, tank tops. We've got really cool flags if you guys are into flags, and these are big flags. They're awesome, man. We got shirts right here. Beanies, there's hats, and then a whole bunch of cool stuff. So if you guys are looking to get a coffee mug or tumblers, anything like that, again, there's stuff there for everybody. So Christmas is right around the corner. If you guys need something to gift someone, any of the kids, husbands, wives, friends, check it out.
Good job, man. Good job. Back to the action.
You have the perfect voice for that. But yeah, man.
I know, right? He nailed that too. Back to the action.
So yeah, man.
I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry, DTA, but just to clarify, Captain. So Joey Bosa, as of October 2nd, had surgery, and they said his timeline was 8 to 10 weeks. So he could be back, but I still feel they're going to hold him another game. after till after the Dolphin game. To be honest, just
Well,
being
and if they
AFC matchup
have a whole
could be
bunch of
real
other injuries,
important.
they may just resign themselves to chalking this game up and not really pressing him hard. Like Ali said.
They already got so many injuries elsewhere, not just on that. So that's why I think they might just hold off a little bit. But I don't know. That's up in the air. It's a 50-50 shot in my opinion.
Do they have another game? If they have another game against Seattle, I think that they could risk that, because I think they're only trying to hold off Seattle at this point, if I'm not mistaken.
We've got Cap for life in the back, and Colin with the Shuey brothers gonna get it up. I mean, whenever you're ready, DT, you want to bring the boys in?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring them in real quick, man. Well, we got a lot to talk about tonight, guys. So I'm gonna bring Colin up right now, and like I said, we'll start bringing people in, and then eventually we'll have a full blown panel. So there's a lot to talk about with everybody.
Real quick, DTA, not to interrupt, just to finish that up, because I just happened to pull it up to confirm. Yeah, San Francisco's already got a game on Seattle. So,
well, Joey Bosa plays for the Chargers. That's who I'm talking about. I'm not afraid of San Francisco, Carla. I see you in the comments talking about me and Color. I'm not afraid of them. In fact, the person I've been talking about is Joey, who plays for the Chargers. He has a groin injury that's kept him out for the past 6 weeks. They said he'd be out 8 to 10 weeks, so he may not be there. That's all I was making.
I got you.
Hey, listen. I just want to say this real quick, okay? I don't get. I guess. Hey, call me stupid, call me whatever you want. I don't care, because I'm a realist and I watch. Look, San Francisco. I just want to clarify that at least for myself, because I can only speak for myself, I am not worried about their offense in the slightest bit. Their defense is what's pretty. Look, they have a very stout defense. They've got a very physical defense. They've got really good players in terms of safety, corner, everybody up on the line. And then I didn't see anything as far as the energies. They just added cornerback Janoris Jenkins to probably use him as a depth piece, but he was once a good corner too. I don't think there's nobody injured on their front, right? Like Nick Bosa, he's not injured. I didn't see anyone on their front, right?
No, the injuries I saw for San Francisco were on the offensive side of the ball. So, Debo was out with a hamstring issue, so I don't know. That might be only like a one game type of thing, but I don't know. We'll see.
Real quick before we welcome up the Shuey brothers. I mean, are both of these coaches playing a lot of possum around here? I mean, are they just Debo sat out? You know what I'm saying? Like, is everyone just saving up for the epic battle this Sunday? We'll see Armstead out there. Debo will play. Everyone will magically be healthy for Sunday, and it'll be an absolute dogfight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Armstead just
Captain, let me just make this hot take real quick. Let me make this hot.
Dude,
hold on, DTA. Hold on one second. I want to make this hot take real quick, and then I'll let you guys do whatever you need to do.
It better be hot.
It's hot. What if? Because we're up 30-0, they pull out Armstead just so they have a reason to keep him on the injury report, as they have the entire season.
See, that's what I've been saying, Ali. A little bit of awesome being played around here.
I really believe it.
Just wondering.
Just saying. Okay, go ahead, DT. I'm so sorry. I didn't.
No, man. I listen. This is all I'm trying to say. Is I don't understand. People can say, they're not worried about the Niners and blah blah blah. Have you seen the physicality that they play with? And they've got some good guys on the defense. Like, that'd be the only thing that I'm worried about. Especially, like, even more so to the fact that if Armstead is not going to play, I definitely have a concern. Look, we watched what the Texans did. You guys know that the Texans are second from last in defense in the NFL. Is the worst defense, second to last.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And you see what happens.
Tore us up in the interior.
If we're that reliant, and here's my problem. If you want to, everyone wants to sit in the comments. Everyone's, and I'm not talking about like this show or anything in particular. I mean, in general, I hear it in all Dolphins community. If we're such a great team, the way that we feel we are, and there's no problem in thinking that. I think we're a great team. But if we're going to call ourselves a great team, then we cannot be that reliant on one player. It's not even a quarterback
Preach.
that when he goes out, the whole line
DTA,
crumbles.
you know I agree with you wholeheartedly on that point. The only thing I'm going to just offer a little pushback on is the Texans defense. Yes, I get that overall they're
Their pass defense. You're right.
But when you talk about matchups and things like that, sometimes it doesn't necessarily matter in the overall, because when you look at their pass defense, when I'm looking at the stats, it's showing,
they've got a pretty good secondary in terms of pass defense. I can't remember what they're.
I know.
But
what I was going to say was they limit their opponents to usually sub 300 in passing yards.
Right. There was only one team.
Now I looked at their D-line stuff, pressure percentage, stuff like that, and they're about middle of the road. And so middle of the road pass rush coupled with lockdown pass defense kind of like almost matches up really, really well with us, dude. Couple that with losing the top offensive lineman, you know what I mean? You can see how that could kind of cascade in the middle of a game. I'm not so sure we can't overcome with a week of scheming and practice. We can't overcome that deficiency. You know what I mean?
Well, and that's where I think we're going to have to do. And I guess to land on my point is, it is concerning regardless. Look, and it's hard to say. Let me justify it like this. My thinking is, and I know that we don't want to look past. We don't want to look past next Sunday. It's always about the next game, and that's where 100% of our focus should be, especially if you're the team. Your focus should solely be on that one game at a time, and that's it. But me being a fan and looking at it in the terms of the schedule and what we have left, the concern is that if you're later on, because the 49ers is not all that we have left to play. So when we're talking about going down the list, how long are we going to get away with it? How long until it collapses on us? Because we're going to play better and better teams. If you're going to play the Buffaloes, you're going to play the Chargers. Maybe we got the Jets even have a pretty nasty defense. Their offense is dog shit, but they had a pretty nasty defense. Patriots got a pretty decent defense now. If we're going to crumble that bad off of one person, I just don't see that. To me, that's not justifiable. Guys got to step up and do their jobs. And if Armstead is going to be out for 2 or 3 weeks or whatever, the guys that they're putting in there, see, if you ask me, I would have kept Shell at right tackle and maybe moved Jackson to left tackle, because if you draft a guy at that spot, maybe he's better there. Shell's been playing fine. He's been playing great at right tackle, right?
He was, yeah. I mean, from what everybody's consensus was, listening.
So, would it be fair to say we all agree that he's been playing pretty good? Sure. I know no one's going to call him elite. But
well, here's the thing.
Best right tackle we've had all year.
Right.
Well, here's the thing, bro, is that, we haven't really had a chance to see. Okay, so yes, it looks to me like one of our big issues overall as a team is we seem to crumble during games when there's issues like injuries and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Have we been able to overcome them during the week? Well, I would almost argue yes, even though we dropped 3 ball games, because, yeah, there was an increase of pressure on the quarterbacks, on Teddy and Skylar, but both of them were put in a situation where they were basically playing the whole game that they weren't meant to start. And we really haven't seen just yet the progression of Tua when it comes to, hey, he's not going to have his best O-line next week. He's going to get that pressure percentage is going to go up. That 18% we've been enjoying with Tua in the ball game with Armstead and everybody and the O-line solid. That's going to go up next week. And we have another chance now to see how Tua is going to respond. The new Tua is going to respond to that pressure, and it's really going to come down to, can our defense pick up their game on the road? We obviously, the sample size is large enough for us to be homers about our defense at home. You know what I mean? Because they just do. That's what they give up, 15 points a game. That is just permanent now.
What was
but we
that?
do seem to have a little issue
Someone
on the
can
road.
broken.